Ricochet pretty much tells Swerve, he's like, hey, man, like I said last week, I'm done with you. I don't want any type of match with you. I'm going for gold. Right? And Nana interrupts. He says, hey, Tony Khan agrees with me and Swerve and says that you guys need to fight another match. And, Ricochet was like, oh, come on, man. He's like, but I have something that'll sweeten the deal. It's an offer you probably can't refuse. He says, if you do one more match with Swerve Strickland, whoever the winner of the match is will become the number one contender for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And I was like, ooh, okay. And Ricochet was like, oh, you real good, Nana. You real good. He's like, okay, so all I got to do is beat your boy's ass one more time. And then I get jumped up to be the number one contender. He's like, deal, but we're not going to do it on TV because, all these people here, they're broke. And they couldn't even afford a match with me. So we ain't going to do it tonight and we ain't going to do it next week. We're going to do it next week at Revolution. And bam, that match was made. And Ricochet, he walks out and Swerve was about to go and get him. And Nana was like, hold on, Swerve. Hold on, boss man. There's something I got to talk to you about. He's like, hey, all this time I've been with you. I took a lot of bullets for you. I took a lot of them. He's like, I took it from Sting, Hurt Syndicate. I took some from Ricochet. And he's like, hey, you need to win this match because, and get my robe back. Because if you don't, then I don't think I can do this no more. And then Nana jumps out of the ring and then, leaves. And then Swerve is like, yo, what the hell? Swerve is shocked. So yeah, that was the end of that segment. So what'd you think, man?
It's very rare for AEW to do like a in de facto number one contenders match, right? We rarely get this. It does not happen very often.
Right.
So the fact they had to say this, also I think it's very, very well deserved because with how their rivalry has been going, either one of them should have been number one contender. So I feel like this was like the next logical step anyway, but it's really nice to just know that whoever wins that match at Revolution is going to be the number one contender.
Right.
And that leads me. I'm gonna try to keep this as limited as possible because I'm gonna gush about this, I think.
Yeah.
But AEW has a very good way of doing very subtle storytelling. We've talked about MJF and we talked about Hangman, right?
Yeah.
What is the one trigger the two triggers? One of the triggers that MJF has used on Hangman, one is Christopher Daniels, the other is using Swerve.
Right.
Prince Nana has been bringing up Hangman, right? And you said it. You said it earlier, so I really wanted to just reinstate that your point that you were talking about is the point that I have also. Hangman and Swerve are two sides of the same coin. They're right now going in opposite directions. Hangman's descent to madness is now coming up, and Nana wants Swerve to go back to being the most dangerous man in AEW. This is what led them to meet up before. So now they're, after over a year, they're starting to go back to where they were before their feud. And we know that Hangman was looking for Swerve at one point. I'm pretty sure he still is.
Yes.
We have no idea what the reason is. We're not going to know until Hangman says it, because it could be anything with Hangman. Right? Swerve, as much as he doesn't talk about it, he's saying that he's been obsessed with Ricochet, but the reason he's been obsessed with Ricochet is because of what happened with Hangman. He said so as much. He can't let this go because of what happened with Hangman. So Swerve hasn't been asking for it, but Swerve also needs to figure out some stuff with Hangman. And that could lead to anything. You said it could be a team up. I said it could be a match. It could be anything. But all we know is that now these two are going to go down the same path that they were going before. And now we have that AEW World Championship stipulation hanging over them. And we know both Hangman and Swerve have been gunning for the World Championship. They've just been taken out of it.
Oh.
Yup. So now,
I just thought about it.
yup. Now they already had a reason to link back up, right? But now it's going to be inevitable because after Hangman is done with MJF, Hangman's going to beat MJF, by the way. I hope you all know that. Hangman's going to beat MJF at Revolution.
He's going to beat his ass at Revolution.
He's going to beat his ass at Revolution. Hangman's going to win that match. Swerve is going to win his match against Ricochet. They're both going to be very good matches. They're going to win their matches. Their logical next steps, Swerve is going to be going after the world title. Hangman wants to go after the world title. Hangman also needs to talk to Swerve about something. They're going to collide. And whatever they're going to do is leading us back to where we were a year and a half ago when they first met up. Right? Hangman is where Hangman is becoming that good guy again. He's trying to get rid of that outer shell that Swerve caused for him. And low key, Swerve is doing the same thing because there's an outer shell that Hangman caused for Swerve also. That number one contendership is going to be the biggest reason that they're going to collide again. For whatever they're going to do is going to be for that.
Okay.
And that's where I am. That was my thought.
Okay. So I'm gonna come back with my thought. That I just thought of when you were talking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna collide in the way you think.
It's possible.
So I feel like, because like after you said that, so here's the thing: MJF is still going to be out there, and who knows if Hangman's going to be done with him after the match, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might do something else to piss Hangman off again. We'll say Swerve wins the match, right?
Right.
Gets the number one contendership. MJF would be pissed because he didn't get a shot. He didn't get a chance. I could see MJF trying to, attacking Swerve with Ricochet.
That's very possible too. To where after like Hangman and Swerve have to team up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Hangman comes in for the save, and then those two are kind of forced to working it out or being neutral with each other.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Talk, Prophet.
So that's what I'm seeing, man. Like they've already fought each other. They've killed each other already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're both in the same boat, and they both have common enemies in a way. I just feel like they're both there's something going to happen to where they're going to team up. And this could lead up to them teaming up after the fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Death Rider, if Moxley wins and the Death Riders are still out there, and Swerve's challenging Mox, who other to have with you than Hangman Adam Page, the complete psychopath, the man fueled by vengeance, who ain't done with the Death Riders, by the way. It just got shelved for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Who other than him to back you up going in?
Man, yeah, that's a good point too. That's a very good point. Because I didn't even think about that part. Because it's very possible that Mox just wins.
Yeah,
like and we avoid my worst case scenario. That would be fantastic. Mm-hmm. As much as I don't want Mox to just not hold the title and just whatever. If we get Swerve and Hangman teaming up against the Death Riders, that is the force that can beat them.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no other. Kenny's doing his stuff. Kenny's not worried about this, right? Kenny would be in there. He'd be able to do this. Ospreay would be able to do it also. Ospreay's also kind of doing his thing. Like, we can go crazy. They might be able to join in. Who knows? I don't think so, but a lot can happen, right? But to your point, it starts with whatever Swerve and Hangman are going to do.
Yes.
Either they team up, either they go at each other one more time. Whatever they do, no matter what, they are on a course with each other next. After Revolution, after they're done with this stuff, whatever happens, we know that Hangman and Swerve are going to be doing something. It's right. It's right there.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, it's right there. So we're gonna see. This is gonna be fun, man.